Hi everybody, look what I've got. I have got 6 of these. They're silicone, they're very squashy. They are little cups to pour paint over to create some flower designs. So I've got 6 of them with different numbers of little holes in them. So I've got some really beautiful colours mixed up, some leftovers from a previous pour. I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to pour over this, maybe spin it out. I don't really know. I've not used them before. I'm going to really enjoy finding out what these can do. So let me show you the colours. So these are the colours. So 3 Amsterdam colours. I've got Persian Rose, Permanent Red Violet, and I've got Permanent Blue Violet. Then I've got De La Rowney Purple, I've got Montmartre Gold, and also Montmartre White. Lurking in the background there, I've got some greens, because as I said, this was from a previous pour. So the previous pour was a green base with some sort of pinky purpley flowers. So I'm toying with the idea of using some greens as well, just as a total contrast to these colours. I might not sure. The mixture that I've used, I've mixed everything with PVA glue and water. I make my own pouring medium, and then I've mixed 3 parts pouring medium to 2 parts paint. I'll put the recipe in the description box so you can see it if you need it. Canvas I'm using is 30 centimetres. I've placed my little silicone thing on the centre, and then I've just measured in all directions just to make sure that it's in the centre. I've got push pins in the bottom of the canvas, and I levelled it, and then I've simply just put the canvas onto my cake turntable, and a 30 centimetre one fits really nicely. So this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the 8 channel cup. What do you call this? I don't even know what you call this thing. Let me know what you call this, please. You might, excuse me, you might be pleased to know I'm not going with the green. I've decided that that's just too much. If the canvas was bigger, I think I could maybe, but it's, no, I think it's going to ruin it. So let's go for something pretty as opposed to contrasting. So I'm going to put a lot of white on first, so that will really start to push out. So I'm just literally going to pour it in the centre, and then as it fills up, it's going to flow down the little channels. And then I'm going to just alternate the different colours. So as I've done this, as I said, I've not done this before, so I don't know exactly what consistency paint to use for this. So this is going to be a really big learning curve. I'm doing what feels right. So one thing I'm realising already is that the colours went underneath that white. So that dark purple, instead of having a nice rounded section, it's gone underneath the white. So maybe that white actually was a mistake. Right, I'm getting to that point where I think I've got quite a bit of paint on this canvas now. So I'm getting to that point where I think maybe I should think about stopping. It's actually incredibly pretty how the white is kind of feathered into this. Right, so how am I going to pick this up? actually don't know how to pick this up. I'm just going to slip out my fingers. It's just going to slip. Right, I'd stuck some big push pins into it. So that's closing up nicely in the middle. Right, let's give this a torch, see what happens, because I think we might get something quite pretty around where that white is by torching. Right, so I'm just going to gently spin this now, see what happens. So for my first attempt, I'm really happy. Some things have gone well, some things haven't gone well. So let me start on the negative and then I can end on the positive. The negative to me is the white. If you look up really close, you've got lots of little pretty cells, but there are some areas like over here, it just looks like it's split a bit. I'm not sure why. Maybe something wrong with the consistency, not sure. So the white is the negative for me. But the positives, I've definitely got the consistency right. Look at that amazing flower shape. Really happy with the amount of paint I had on the canvas. Really happy with the design, with the end composition. Yeah, absolutely love it. I want to try this again, but maybe without that white, and just see what difference there is. So yeah, really happy, but I've learnt what to do next time. Attempt 2. I scraped that last one, wasn't happy, just wasn't happy with it. If it hadn't have split, I probably would have kept it. But the fact that it split just ruined it for me. What am I going to do with it at the end? There's no point in keeping a painting that I know is then going to end up in the bin. I might as well just scrape it now and then I've got the canvas to use. So that's what I've done. So attempt 2, exactly the same, but I didn't put the white down first. So let's see what happens. There'll be a little bit of white because, as you can see, I haven't washed the silicone mould. I'm going straight for straight over the top. Incidentally, when I scraped that, I've collected the paint in this cup here. So although it seems like a waste, I haven't wasted it. I've got it there. I might well use that as a flow extender in a minute. Well, we'll use it for something. It's not wasted paint. So now the downside now is that you're going to see the colours are going to start rolling over the top of themselves, which is a shame. Actually, why don't I put the flow extender down now then? Because then that won't happen. I'm not going to get that interference, am I, from the white, because there isn't any white down. What if I just put this around the edge now as my flow extender? Oh wow, isn't that pretty? Right, ready to spin it again. In fact, let's just torch it again. Quite a lot of air bubbles. Now that is more like it. That is what I was wanting. A really pretty symmetrical design. Beautiful centre. I just touched my finger in the centre before I span it out, and that just pulls all the colours together. I've got this wonderful sort of gold flower, and the colours are just beautiful. The sparkle is amazing. All my corners are now covered, so that the key is to put that flow extender on once you've started doing a few of the layers, I think. Yeah, so big lesson learned there. So pretty. I just love the simplicity of it, the sort of how symmetrical it is, how geometric it is. Really, really like it. And the colours, of course, absolutely gorgeous. Really happy. I look forward. I'm just so glad I scraped the other one, because this one's a keeper. Right, I'll be back when it's dry. So it's now dry. There is something just so satisfying about the symmetry in this painting, the pattern, the geometric pattern. In a lot of fluid art, you just don't get that. It's so abstract. So this, I love the organisation of this, the fact that there's a system, there's an order to it all. So let me show you up close. Let's go for the centre first. Such a pretty little centre. Really pretty. The colours work beautifully. The gold, you can see the gold has just spread over the other colours there. There's a few air bubbles because I think I hadn't left the paints long enough before pouring. The colours just blend beautifully. I think this works well because the colours, they're all similar colours, so when they do blend, they don't muddy, they just form a new colour. In the same range of colours. Let me show you the colour, the gold in this, because this is where it comes to life. So this is not varnished yet. This is just the PVA glue in the pouring medium that gives this shine, and it really comes to life. It's so smooth, so glossy. Yeah, really happy. And then of course that it just goes over the edge beautifully. So wherever you look at this painting, that lovely design just falls over the edge of the canvas, which I love. So when it's hanging on a wall, I think that works really well. You can just see the design from the angles, from the edges. Great. Please let me know what you think. If you've got any tips on this technique and how I can improve things for next time, please let me know. Please do hit the thumbs up button if you like it or if you've enjoyed watching the video. Great. Take care, everyone. Bye.